Hey guys, today we're looking at the power of power rules. So we're raising a power to a power or an exponent to an exponent, and we're going to come up with a simpler way to do it. Write the following in expanded form, then simplify each. Again, we're going to be doing the odds together. So when I say in expanded form, we're writing it out to show exactly what would be done. So 3 to the fourth is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and I'm squaring that. So that means I'm doing 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times itself, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So really, I've got 3 to the eighth. Let's try another one. Number 3. So now this is saying do 12 to the third to the fourth. So that's like 12 times 12 times 12 times 12. Oh, I put in an extra 12. Times 12 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 times 12. So I've got 3, 6, 9, and 12 to 12s. So that's 12 to the 12th. Sounds silly, but maybe you're seeing where I'm coming up with these numbers. Let's try another one. Number 5. So now we've got variables. That's okay. So this says x squared to the fifth. So it's x times x to the fifth, which is x times 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 x. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 x's. So I can rewrite it as x to the 10th. So hopefully you're seeing an easier way to find these without having to write all that out. Let's continue. Number 7. Now I've got some double numbers here, but that's okay. So this is like doing 3 times 4 times 4 times 4 all squared. So that's 3 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 3 times 4 times 4 times 4. So I've got 2 3's, or 3 squared, and 6 4's, or 4 to the 6th, as my simplified answer. Okay, for number 9, again, I've got some variables, but we use the same process here. So it's x times y times y times y, all squared, or x times y times y times y, and x times y times y times y. So I have 4 x's being multiplied together and 6 y's being multiplied together. So hopefully you're finding that shorter way. Here we have another one, same idea, just making it a little bit more complex. So x to the third is x times x times x times y, and that's going to be 4 times. And then x times y times y times y, and that's going to be squared. So this is a lot to write out, but we want to prove that we know where we're getting these numbers from. So there's my x to the third times y to the fourth. Now I need my xy cubed all squared. And there it is. So now all my x's get grouped together, all my y's get grouped together. I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 2 more x's makes x to the 14th times 2, 4 y's, and then the 6 y's on the end makes y to the 10th. So hopefully you see how I came up with that, and you're processing an easier way to do that. You're going to try the evens on your own. I'll be around to help you out, and then you can pick back up right here. All right, so now with some coefficients and variables. So let's write it out first. We know we have negative 3a squared b all to the fourth. So I could be writing that all out, but we also know that there's a rule here that's easier to use. So for this one round, I'm going to write it out. So if I multiply all those three, then we got -3, -3, -3, -3. That's like doing 9 times 9, which is 81. Then a squared, a squared, a squared, and a squared is a to the 8th, 2, 4, 6, 8. And b, 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 and b makes b to the 4th. So I get a simplified answer of 81, a to the 8th, b to the 4th. But that's the same as doing -3 to the 4th, then 2 times 4 gives me the 8, and 1 times 4 gives me the 4. So you could just apply the rule instead of writing it all out, which is to multiply the exponents and apply the exponent to any numerical base. So let's take a look at another one. So for 15, if I do this easier, I have 1/2 squared. Well, 1/2 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1, and 2 times 2, which is 4. Then m to the 3rd squared, we do 3 times 2, we get m to the 6th. And n to the 4th squared, we do 4 times 2, we get 8, so it's n to the 8th. Number 17, so 2/3 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. And 3 to the 4th, we did before, was 81. X squared to the 4th, I multiply the exponents, I get x to the 8th. Y to the 5th to the 4th, we do 5 times 4, we get 20. So my simplified answer is 16/81, x to the 8th, y to the 20th. Okay, and now 19, the sides of a cube are 4ab. Given that volume equals sides cubed, write an expression that represents the volume of the cube. So a cube is kind of like a three-dimensional square. Looks like this. It tells us all the dimensions are 4ab. So this is 4ab, this is 4ab, and this is 4ab. And I just multiply length times width times height, which is sides cubed in this case. So it's 4ab all cubed for the volume. 4 cubed is 4 times 4, which is 16, times 4 again is 64. And a cubed is just a cubed, and b cubed is another b cubed, making my volume 64a cubed b cubed. All right, so again, when you have a power to a power, you just multiply the powers and again, apply the power to any numerical bases. So you're going to try the rest of the evens on your own. Of course, I'll be around to help you out. Make sure you're asking questions if you're confused before moving on to the exit ticket and tonight's homework.